everybody, it's Kat from Creative Crafts, and today we're going to be making a tuft headboard from this old canvas from my bedroom. This was behind my bed as a headboard, and somehow because near the pillow areas it kept rubbing so much, so it's all faded in some areas where the pillows are. So I'm like, okay, it makes no use to have that anymore, so I said, okay, let's try to make a tuft bed. This I've never done before, so we'll see how it comes out. I just try to figure out some ways to hold the buttons in and everything else. So what you're going to need for this project, if you want to do it with the canvas, you're going to need cardboard, which you see here I have inside here, an extra kind of foam that you put on top after you put the normal foam. You need your actual foam, and then you put this cotton layer on top, which protects the material for when you use the screws and or nail them. But on this one you can't nail it because I have only cardboard, it's not wood. You can use wood. You're gonna have to get like wood pieces and stick them in the areas that you need it and glue it, or do whatever you need to do with it. I'm just trying to use all kind of recycled products, and this is all recycled stuff. This was given to me. I glued some of the pieces together to make one big piece. The same goes for the material. I didn't have enough material for the whole canvas, so I put two different colored blues on it. But the bottom part of the blue is not going to be shown. It's going to be behind my bed, so that wouldn't even cause any problems. So I wouldn't worry about that. You're going to need, I am going to use some recycled little things. You see these here? These are for when you hang stuff on the wall or you're on the side of the wall and you have a nail in it. I'm going to use this and put the screw through here from the back here, like that. I'm going to put the screw through the material, and then I can use a nail too if I want to, because the nail is not going to go through here. But I'm just going to use a screw because I know that it'll hold better and it pushes it in deeper, so that'll be better looking. So I have 25 of these because I have 25 little areas that I'm going to need to do that with. So if you want to see exactly what I'm doing, watch further. The first thing you need to do is what I did here. I cut a little slit on the end of the canvas, and I slid two big parts of it on one end, and then I slid it over. And now I'm gluing the areas together. Of course, my glue is gonna say, no way, you can't do this. Glue gun got a little too hot. So this is what I'm gonna do. I wanna put glue down there. I need my knife. Put this a little closer so you can see better exactly what I'm doing. So you see the area there that the cardboards are connected. I am sticking hot glue there, but my glue gun somehow stuck glue coming out from inside, from the back, and sometimes that clogs it up, so I have to remove all this glue from here so I can use my glue gun. There you go. That should work now. I hope so. So, and what you do is you're going to stick some glue in it. Make sure it's movable. And then I'm just going to slowly put the glue on there all the way down this whole thing. And then I'm also want to stick some glue under here so that it doesn't move at all when you're hanging it up. So you wait a minute wait for the hot glue to cool down, and then you can turn it around. So we'll go to the next step right now. So the next step is, as you can see, the painting that I did for my wall, well, for the canvas. What I did here is I measured it in all directions, so I made sure that the canvas, the areas where I put the screws are in areas, you know, I have some here, and then I have them here in the middle. You know, I'm trying, don't want to put too many. So I think this is going to look great just the way it is. I'm going to put, like I said, I don't want to put too much. But now the next step is, like I said, you measure out, you canvas the size that you have, and even out the areas where you want to put the buttons, the screws, the indents. Just like I said, you got to measure out the whole thing and try to put it exact, because if you make it all mismatched, it's not going to look good. So I hope this comes out. I've never done this, like I said before. So wish me luck, and I hope it looks great when I'm done. So right now, first thing I got to do is get the foam now and put the foam on top. So that is the third step. So everybody, the next step is cutting the foam piece. Again, like I said, I'm recycling. This piece here was on top of my bed because I have a box spring bed, and that was on top to make it softer, but I have hip problems, and using that made it worse. So I put it on my son's bed just when we had guests over or whatever. And I said, you know what, we have that there. So instead of buying something, let's recycle this thing and use it for this. So now we're just going to cut to exactly to the same size as the canvas. So that's what we're doing now. So I finished cutting it. It's pretty perfect. So it fits perfect. Just needed to cut off just a tiny bit. I don't have only a normal full-size bed. I don't have a queen or a king. So this is what we're going to do. Now what we have to do is we have to figure out exactly where the holes are that we want to have. And we have to make a small hole. If you want, you can cut a little piece off. Just make sure you make a big enough hole that's gone through. There you go. Cut some pieces off. I'm going to get a different pair of scissors. So make sure it's in the place you want. And then if you want, make sure you cut enough off so that you can stick the screw in. Not too much. You don't want to take too much. You just want to make the top, just take a little bit off the top part only. Because if you make it so big, it's not going to look so nice. So we're going to do this through the whole thing. You have to measure, make sure you go put it exactly where it belongs. When you're putting the hot glue here, make sure you don't put it where the holes are. Now the next step is putting that stuff here on. So that is the next step. So now once you did this, what you have to do is you're going to have to poke holes through this. So you're going to have to find those areas where you're already, and just poke a hole in it. Like that. And then go to the next one. And do that to every pot here. So now after this, we go to the next step. So as you can see, I did those 4. Now I'm going to do the middle 4 and then the end 4. And then we do the insides, the other parts. So like I said, make sure that goes like this. Let's see how it just works with just the screw, because I don't have enough of those other things. Actually, it works with just the screw too. So as you can see so far what I've done, now it's time to do the other one here. Gotta pull this down, pull it this way. And then there you go. Okay, everybody. So the thing I wanted to do worked with these things, like I told you. I wanted to recycle whatever I had at home. And now it's time to staple the material onto this wood area, which is so good about the canvas because it's all wood here. So that's all you have to worry about. What you do is you pull it and then you staple. Don't staple your finger. So like I said, you go around with the staple, you pull it tight. Not too tight, but pull it tight so that it has a good form on the sides. Cut off any extra material that you have here. So I'm going to do this. And then, actually I should do this first. So let me do this. And then do this. So now what I'm going to do now is I'm sticking the buttons inside. I got these. I don't have enough of the whole thing, I had to reorder, but the bottom part, I don't really need them. So what you're going to do is put some glue in. Because I put the screw so deep in, I had to add some glue inside the area where the screws are, and then wait till it cools, and then add some more, and then I can stick that in because it's way too deep inside. So, and that's what I'm doing right now. So everybody, here's the finished project. I hope you like it. as you can see here, that tuft headboard that I made is actually from my old canvas that I made. That's the picture that you see right now. And yeah, I'm happy with the results, very happy with it. And I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And if you want to follow me on any other pages like Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter, just look at the link below that I'm going to add to it. And if you have any questions or comments, please write them also in the comment section. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!